What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you've never been here and this is your first time, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. So guys, today I am going to show you some settings for your audio in OBS or Open Broadcaster software. I'm going to show you these settings that work very well if you are a streamer. So if you are a streamer and you want to give this a shot, let's get started. So I know that most people will go down in here to settings and then just kind of audio to set up their audio stuff here. I don't really do that. I prefer to do it here from sources. It's just easier to access and easier to configure, in my opinion. So as you guys see, I already have an audio folder here with my desktop sound plus my microphone all configured. I'm going to walk through a configuration with you. I'm just going to choose some different stuff here. And so let's get started. So the first thing that you guys want to do is you want to add a source. And for those of you familiar with OBS, you know you add a source just by clicking plus here. So go ahead and click plus, and the first thing you're going to do is add an audio input capture. And basically what that means is your microphone. So we're going to create new, make sure it's on that. This is the name you're going to give it. Since it's a microphone, in my previous one, I just put mic. So I'm just going to put mic 2 and just go ahead and hit OK on that. And this will ask you to check that device, rename that device. So really not even that, it's actually asking you to select a device. So let's start there. So we're just going to pull this down, and when it comes to your microphone, I'm going to give you my opinion. If you are using a headset and have access to like a desktop microphone of good quality like I do, like I have the Yeti, I would choose this as your input device. My opinion that a good high-end desktop microphone actually sounds a little bit better, if not a lot better, than a headset microphone. That's not always the case, of course. I'm just sharing what my preference and opinion is on this. So generally I would choose the microphone as being my Yeti. However, for this example, I'm going to choose my headset microphone, because if I choose my Yeti, that's what's already set up in there, and we're going to have a lot of different feedback. So for setup, instructional purposes, I'm just going to choose my headset, but my opinion is use your desktop mic if you have one. Okay, so once you have that set, go ahead and click OK. And then you have, as you see, your microphone here. So now we are going to add the audio output, which basically means your sound source. Where are you hearing this from? Whether it's your desktop speakers, whether it's your headset, etc., etc. Now, I recommend for streaming to use your headset to listen, and I'll explain that a little bit further in the video on why I recommend that. So we're just going to make sure this is on create new, and we are going to choose, let's see, I have my microphone for the output on my current configuration, and it's okay to actually select that here because we're not inputting anything, so it's not going to make a lot of noise. So I'm just going to choose headset, and let's just call it 2. And I'm going to OK that. And I'm going to choose my device from this drop down. I'm going to choose headset, and we're going to OK. So now you guys, as you see here, you have your sources, your microphone, and you have your headset. So now that you have these two, we're going to combine these kind of like into a folder, kind of like this is. So to do that, you're just going to click one, push and hold control, click the other, let go of control, and then you're going to right click, and you're going to go up here to group selected items, at which point it's going to ask you to give it a name. So let's just give it a name. And I named the first one audio. I'm going to name this one audio 2. And then we're just going to hit enter. Now, as you see, you have these two combined. You have your headset and mic under audio 2, just like under audio, I have desktop and mic. Okay, so after you have that done, you're going to right click your microphone and choose properties. And the sole purpose of doing this is just to make sure that this has not changed. So we're just going to make sure that the proper device is in there. Hit OK. And then we're going to do the same thing with headset. Right click properties. Make sure that what you put in there and is correct. So with that being said, those are correct. Go ahead and hit OK, and we will move on to the next. So what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about filters. So filters, when it comes to, I mean, you can access filters here, but here's how I do it. I start with the headset, and I just want to show you this, guys. Right click and go to filters. As you can see, there are no filters in here. And for your output or your device that you're listening on, that is okay. You do not need any filters here. So just make sure there's no filters in there and just go ahead and close that. And then on your microphone, you're going to do the same. Right click, go to filters. As you can see, there are none, but we are going to add some here. And there's 4 that I'm going to recommend. So click the plus to add some filters. The first one is compressor. And just keep that name. Hit OK. And the next one is going to be gain. We're going to OK that. Your third one is limiter. And you're going to OK that. And then you have noise gate. And we're going to OK that. So now you have all your 4 filters in here. Let's start from the top. So on compressor, everything here should be left alone. Don't touch any of this. Everything that it gives us as a default is right spot on. We don't need anything else there. So with that being said, let's move down to gain. Now, what you're seeing in gain should be okay. This 0.00 decibels should be exactly what you want. However, let me show you how to check something here. So let's just go ahead and close this real quick. Now, if you look down here, as I am typing, or I'm sorry, as I am recording and talking, you will see my audio mixer here, and the voice is kind of bumping into the red here. And that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see it just barely bumping into that red. Now, if it is not bumping into the red, what you want to do is go back into your mic filters, and we were in gain. If you are not bumping into the red, you want to up this a little bit. So I'd maybe mess with it, just start at 1.00 decibels, if still not 2.00, and just kind of play with it until it bumps into that red. However, like I said, it should be okay and should be bumping you into that red. So chances are you might not have to worry about that. So with that being said, let's move down to limiter. Now, limiter, this is going to be set to 6.00 decibels by default. You actually want to change this to 3.00 decibels. And this will kind of stop you from, like, in your audio, like peaking and causing loud, sharp noises and hurting people's ears, basically. So when you guys set this up, set this to minus 3.00 decibels. I'm not going to change mine because I'm deleting this configuration after I show you guys how to do this anyway. So it wouldn't do no good for me to go in here and do this because mine's already set up. And then last, we've got noise gate. And noise gate is another one. Just leave these settings alone, and those should work out really well for you. So that is it, guys. Once you have that configured, set these up in here like I showed you in the video. Give it a shot. Do a stream or a test and see what you think. Now, if you guys tried this out, I would love to hear what you think. So come back to the video, put your comments down there. Tell me if it worked really well for you. Tell me if it didn't. And also, if you come up with another configuration, let me know about that too and share that. I would be very interested to know. Anyway, guys, that is it. Just a fun little short video. Hopefully this helps your stream out. If you would like, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you click that like button, and I will see you next time.